It's week 1 of the 2024 season, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Patriots and the Monarchs, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New England Patriots and the London Monarchs. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway here in London. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. From the 27, Wilson. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it up. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So here are the Patriots now in excellent field position to start things out. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Bridgewater to throw it. That is caught at the 7. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Bridgewater. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Bridgewater. This is caught.
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. To throw is Bridgewater. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Third and goal for Bridgewater. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Renfrow from 8 yards out. And the Patriots are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Bridgewater. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. London about set to take over on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On 3rd down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Olszewski. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson dancing to his left. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot. Now this throw caught left side. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved. Call a few more plays that target him. Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
Bridgewater on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Bridgewater now.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bridgewater. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Previous play is under
I
review.
believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
First down, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Gay's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Taking it about the 1.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brent Cordero Patterson. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Throwing is Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. On 2nd and a couple. Bridgewater quickly a slant to Renfro. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, Bridgewater. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, you were on target. This is this depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Patriots are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. London about set to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw again on second down. Wilson. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now Wilson. And that's complete to Shepard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. Give them 18 on the play. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Monarchs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's got room. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Bridgewater to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, McCaffrey, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. McCaffrey, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. On first down, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Patriots, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.